Intel Atom, the invisible processor. Intel Atom is Intel's ultra-low-power processor designed to operate in environments where efficiency matters more than speed. It's not meant for normal computers or user-facing performance. You'll usually find Atom inside payment terminals, digital kiosks, routers, security cameras, industrial controllers, and other embedded systems that need to run all day without heat, fans, or noise, often in sealed enclosures. The downside is that performance is extremely limited by design. Multitasking is barely possible, and gaming isn't even part of the discussion. Even opening multiple browser tabs can feel like a bad idea. Atom is built to do one small repetitive job over and over again without ever complaining or overheating. If computer processors were vehicles, Atom would be a moving walkway at the airport. Slow, reliable, predictable, and mostly ignored by anyone in a hurry. And everything up to this point exists for one reason: to be cheap, quiet, energy efficient, and barely noticeable. But now we enter the CPUs people actually buy and interact with daily. Intel Celeron, the bare minimum. Next is Intel Celeron, a processor line that existed to meet the absolute lowest acceptable standard for consumer computers. It was Intel's weakest mainstream processor for years, built for very basic tasks like email, typing documents, video calls, and watching online videos, usually one task at a time. These processors were common in cheap laptops, office machines, and school Chromebooks because they were affordable and easy to mass produce. They're power efficient and inexpensive, but painfully slow by today's standards and modern software expectations. Intel officially discontinued Celeron in 2023. So if you see a new laptop with a Celeron processor today, that's not modern hardware. That's old inventory being quietly sold to people who don't know better. If your computer ever felt slow for no obvious reason, this is usually why. Intel Pentium, slightly less bad. Intel Pentium sits just above Celeron and was meant to be the minimum usable experience. It was still entry-level, but at least functional for basic daily computing and casual home use. With Pentium, you could browse the web, stream videos, attend video calls, and run basic office apps without constant freezing or crashes. That said, Pentium was never designed for gaming, editing, or heavy multitasking. It lived in the uncomfortable space between cheap and good enough. Pentium was also discontinued in 2023, which makes it more of a historical footnote than a serious option today. From this point on, names start to matter a lot more than price alone. Intel Core i3, the first real CPU. Now we enter the Core lineup with Intel Core i3. This is where computers start feeling normal and responsive instead of frustrating and sluggish. Modern i3 processors usually have 4 to 6 cores, which is enough for everyday tasks most people actually do, and light multitasking without drama. With an i3, you can do schoolwork, office tasks, watch videos, and even play lighter games like Minecraft or Fortnite without issues, as long as expectations are reasonable. Performance drops once you push into heavy gaming or demanding creative workloads. One important thing to remember: generation matters a lot. A newer i3 can outperform an older i5, even though the name sounds lower. This is where most people should start, but not where most people should stop. Intel Core i5, the sweet spot. This is where most people should stop looking. Intel Core i5 is the real sweet spot in Intel's lineup for price to performance. Modern i5 processors come with 6 to 14 cores, depending on the generation, giving them an excellent balance of speed, efficiency, and thermals. Core i5 handles gaming, video editing, streaming, programming, and heavy multitasking without problems. It feels fast in almost every situation without being unnecessarily expensive or power hungry. For many users, this is the point where a computer stops feeling like a limitation and simply gets out of the way. For gaming in particular, i5 remains one of the most popular and sensible choices. And this is the point where buying more stops making sense for most users. Intel Core i7 Power User Territory. Intel Core i7 is built for people who push their systems harder on a regular basis. This is the CPU for gaming while streaming, editing videos while multitasking, compiling code, and running demanding software without noticeable slowdowns, especially under sustained loads. Modern i7 processors can have anywhere from 8 to 20 cores, making multitasking feel effortless and smooth. For basic browsing and office work, though, it's often more power than you actually need. Beyond this, you're no longer paying for general speed. You're paying for very specific workloads. Intel Core i9, Extreme Performance. Intel Core i9 is Intel's flagship consumer processor, built to win spec sheets and benchmarks. It comes with 16 to 24 cores and very high clock speeds designed for maximum performance. It's built for heavy workloads like 4K and 8K video editing, professional 3D rendering, simulations, and high-end gaming setups. For most users, Core i9 is simply overkill and inefficient. Intel Core Ultra, the AI generation. Intel Core Ultra is Intel's newer lineup, mainly focused on laptops and mobile efficiency. What makes Core Ultra different is the inclusion of a built-in AI chip that handles smart features instead of using the main processor. This improves efficiency, battery life, and heat management in thin devices. It's impressive technology, but most casual users won't notice a dramatic difference in daily use. Not every Intel name is about performance. Some are about control. Intel vPro, business-focused. Intel vPro isn't a processor, but a set of business-oriented features added to certain core CPUs. It allows IT departments to manage, update, diagnose, and secure devices remotely, even when powered off. For businesses, this is extremely useful. For normal users, it doesn't really change how the computer feels. Intel Xeon, built for servers. Intel Xeon processors are built for servers and professional workstations, not normal desktops or gaming PCs. They can have dozens of cores and are designed to run non-stop under heavy loads. Xeon prioritizes stability, uptime, and reliability over raw speed or gaming performance. And then there's the processor Intel wishes you'd forget. Intel Itanium, the one nobody talks about. Intel Itanium was Intel's attempt at a completely different processor architecture for enterprise servers. It wasn't compatible with normal software, required special operating systems, and was extremely expensive to maintain. It never reached consumers and became one of Intel's most famous failures. Intel officially discontinued Itanium in 2021, and today it mostly exists as a lesson in what happens when hardware moves faster than software. From tiny atom chips hidden inside kiosks, to failed experiments like Itanium, to massive Xeon processors running data centers, Intel's lineup only makes sense once you see the full picture.